Hi! If you are confused about whether to apply for your parents' super visa or visitor visa, you're at the right spot. In this video, I will provide you with all the essential information you will need to make the choice. As a part of this video, I want to break down some super visa myths, which people in general are not aware of. If you are new to the channel, hi, I am Jennifer, your friend, and a creator of DIY immigration applications. If you are into Canadian immigration, please look at my channel. I promise it's really interesting. Number 1. Insurance is optional for super visa. Let's set the record straight. Insurance is an absolute must. Even though it's optional for visitor visa and not for super visa, I would suggest insurance is a must-have if you're bringing your parents to Canada. I have seen countless cases where unforeseen medical emergencies have resulted in substantial financial burdens, especially when their parents are uninsured. Beyond covering any medical expenses, insurance also allows you to have peace of mind that if something happens to your parents in Canada, you are not financially stressed and can help them with their emergencies. And your parents can get the care they deserve in Canada. Again, remember, it's not about the visa requirement. It's about safeguarding the people you love. Myth number 2 is minimum 1 year of policy and $100,000 of coverage is overkill for super visa. In reality, while the initial requirement is mandated by the government, many insurance companies will be more than happy to refund you the full amount if the visa is not approved. Also, opting for comprehensive coverage, which covers at least $100,000, is a smart choice, because if you are living in Canada, you know the cost of medical bills if you are not insured. So it's not just about meeting the minimum requirements, but it's about safeguarding yourself and your parents for the unforeseen situations that may arise during your parents' stay in Canada. Plus, having adequate medical coverage will ensure that they are getting the best medical treatment they might need in Canada. Myth number 3 is there is a common misconception that additional funds need to be shown for a super visa application, unlike a regular visitor's visa. In reality, no, that's not true. In fact, if you are applying for a super visa, your parents are not obligated to show any funds back home. Instead, you can show proof of financial support by providing information about your job, your T4S, your NOAs, and how you fulfill the minimum income requirement to support them in their travel. As I said, your active employment is also proof of your financial support. So, you do not need a lot of money in the bank account and can instead rely on your job as well. The fund requirement also depends on who is visiting. Let's say if one parent is visiting and you are single, then you need the minimum income requirement for 2 people. But let's say both of your parents are visiting and you have a spouse with you living in Canada, then you need 4 people's worth of income requirement. The complete list to check the income requirement is in the description, so please go check that out. Myth number 4 is that the super visa application takes a longer time to process compared to the visitor visa applications. This is completely false. In fact, the opposite is true. The backlog for visitor visas to Canada is in the millions because anyone can apply for a visitor's visa, whereas only parents and grandparents are allowed to go through the super visa applications, which is a much smaller queue compared to visitor visas. So the backlog is much shorter, and in most cases the visas are approved within 30 days. This is my personal experience, as well as the experience of many others I have seen. Before we continue, I would really appreciate it if you could like this video, as it will help others find this video and can debunk their super visa myths. Let's continue. Myth number 5 is that the parents must be retired in order to be eligible for a super visa. In reality, it's absolutely false. While retirement simplifies the documentation, working parents can still apply for super visas without any issues. In fact, having employment can be seen as a positive factor, as it demonstrates financial stability back home, as well as ties to the home country. Whether your parents are working or retired, what matters most is their intention to visit Canada. You can create a very well-articulated intention by crafting a strong invitation for your parents. If you need a template for that, do check out my website, Invest4K. Find the template there. Myth number 5 is that the parents need to undergo a medical exam for a super visa but not for a visitor visa. In reality, it may seem like an inconvenience at first, but if you think about it, a pre-application medical examination can be beneficial for you as well. It allows for early detection of any health issues your parents might have and can help you prepare for their arrival in Canada by addressing any medical concerns up front. You can make informed decisions about your parents' medical condition and plan accordingly. For example, I always try to have a pre-examination of my parents before visiting Canada, and I realized that my dad was in serious need of some dental treatment. So, doing that dental treatment back home really helped me with the costs, as well as helped my dad not to worry about the dental treatment here in Canada. Also, as long as the application matters, if there is a clean chit on the medical examination, it strengthens your visa application as well and confirms a smooth entry to Canada. Myth number 7 is that the parents holding a super visa are ineligible for parents and grandparents' sponsorship for permanent residency, while in reality, it's completely incorrect. Even with a super visa, your parents are completely eligible to be sponsored under the parents and grandparents stream for permanent residency. This stream provides a valuable opportunity for long-term family reunification and ensures that your parents can establish roots in Canada if they choose to do so. And no, they don't have to go back if they are already in Canada and are applying for the PGP stream. They will have equal opportunity as any other parents or grandparents for the permanent residency stream. In addition to all these things I just mentioned, the super visa also allows them the flexibility of staying up to 5 years in a single visit, so they don't have to go back after 6 months or try to go to the US and stay for a couple of days just to renew their visa. Remember, whether you are opting for super visa or visitors, visa having insurance is non-negotiable, and I repeat it once again. Do not make that mistake, take the insurance. It is a safety net that you cannot afford to overlook if you are considering super visa insurance. There are many available online at great rates, and I also have some trusted contacts who offer reliable as well as affordable insurance premiums. So if you're interested, do reach out to me. I'll connect you with them. I hope that this comprehensive guide has shed some light in making decision for your parent visa if you are leaning towards super visa. Do check out the video here where I'm explaining a step-by-step process on how to apply a super visa for your parents. And if you ask me, super visa is a way to go. Peace.